Hi, this is Bill of Alfrenell, Idaho. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Yeah, my name is Nolan.
Hey there. What can I do for you?
I was wondering how.
So, first of all, great job on the intro, Bill. Very conversational, very friendly, very energetic. Sounds like somebody that I would want to talk to.
This whole thing works, I suppose. Well, I was wondering how this whole thing works, I suppose.
Okay. All right, Bolin. So, do you have a property that you're interested in selling?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you tell
So, um,
me about that? Okay. Why don't you tell me about that?
so my suggestion here, Bill, is he asked you. He said, "I'm not really sure how all this works," and he was sounded super confused. And you went into, do you have a property you're thinking about selling?
In selling.
Yes.
He says yes, and then this is the perfect time. And you asked the right question, which is like, tell me about that. But he doesn't know anything about us. We could just be a guy in his mother's basement that doesn't know anything, right? And so this is the point in the conversation where it's good to tell him, well, Nolan, it is Nolan, right? We buy anywhere from 8 to 10 properties a month all over the valley. Um, and, gosh, even if it's not a property that we're going to buy ourselves, I know we can help you just because of all the business that we do around here. So could you tell me a little bit about the property and the situation? Or could you tell me a little bit about what's going on? You see how just telling him how much business we do makes him now feel comfortable in revealing to us more information and also setting us up to be able to get an appointment because he doesn't know who we are or if we're credible or whatever, and so his guard is going to be up. We have to tell him how much business that we do so that we can, the first 5 seconds of the call gets you the next 30. So we got to do the same thing on inbound leads, and I think we can make just an abbreviated inbound lead script to help us out there.
Why don't you tell me about that?
Um. Well. So, do you guys take a commission or anything like that?
Actually, what we do is we buy the property directly from the seller. There's no realtor commissions or anything of the sort.
And you guys don't take anything off the top?
No, are you a realtor or are you somebody who has a house to sell personally?
I have a house to sell personally.
Okay, yeah. So the amount that you and I would agree upon would be the amount that you would get at closing. Is that your question?
Yes, I guess. But how? I guess I don't. I guess I'm confused how you guys are making money then. If
So he's fishing for you to tell him we need to buy properties at a discount, and we don't know anything about this guy's situation yet. So we need to keep it as vague as possible. Okay, that's why we need to tell him how many properties that we buy, and that hey, we buy and sell properties in a variety of ways. We don't only buy properties from people for cash. We buy properties on terms. We have an equity protection program. We could list the property. However you want to sell the property, we can make it happen for you. So, can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on?
Got it. So there's a variety of ways that we make money. I'm not, on that side of the house. That's another arm of the company that handles how we make money. But so what we try to do is negotiate a deal with the seller that works for both of us. If you had an address or a property in mind, we could talk about an amount that might work for you.
So, I think this is good, Bill. We're making it. We're answering his questions, and we're not asking any questions in return, and we're making it about price. Well, you and I would agree to a price, and then if the price is right, then we'd agree on a price. And then I'm not going to ask him more about his situation. And now he's going to ask another question. So again, with these inbound leads that call in, we always have to assume that something's going on and there's motivation. And we want to make them feel comfortable enough just in this initial phone call so we can schedule an appointment. Right now, based on what I've heard, this guy's probably feeling like, I don't want to have this guy come out here if he's just going to lowball me. Because that's all we've done. We've basically positioned ourselves as a one-stop shop and not about helping this guy in whatever situation he has.
Well, I guess without, do you guys agree to an amount and then you pay cash?
Yep, we can. We can either pay. There's a number of different ways we buy houses. Cash is one of those ways. Did you have a time frame in mind, Bolin, of when you wanted to get out of this property?
Good question.
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Okay. Can I ask for the address?
So great opportunity there, Bill. Gotcha. I hear that a lot. As soon as possible. When you say as soon as possible, does that mean like next week? Because there's like an auction date approaching, or does that mean within the next 3 months or the next year? When you say as soon as possible, can you explain what you mean exactly?
It's 1300 South Atlantic Street, Boise, Idaho, 83705.
Okay. And Bolin, if I may be so bold, what has you wanting to get out of that ASAP?
I love that. If I may be so bold, I love that.
Well, rather not go into it, considering we haven't even discussed anything.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Then could I have a phone number?
So, because we waited till this point in the conversation to ask him about what's going on, and that we buy 8 to 10 properties a month, and that we can help him even if we're not the right fit, or if this isn't a property that we're going to buy. He still has that wall up, right? We are asking high impact questions with a low impact relationship. We have not gained any trust whatsoever with the seller, so I'm not surprised that he didn't answer that. He doesn't even know if are these guys legit? Do I even want these guys to come out and offer on the property? He's super confused, super lost. And we need to tell him how much business we do earlier in the conversation.
Or to get, in case we get disconnected.
253-797-2836.
253-797-2836.
2836, yes.
Okay. You gonna be home the rest of the afternoon, Bolin?
Yeah.
Okay. If this interests you, let's see, I've got time, it's 2:30 now. I could potentially see you at 4 o'clock.
Do what?
Yeah, so this is where we need to practice a little bit more. He's like, to do what? Like, what are you talking about? So we need to tell him earlier in the call, hey, so if you'd like to learn what we might be able to offer you or a solution for you, from here, we'd schedule a time to meet you out at the property and go over those with you and look at the property and meet with you. The one thing we would ask is to make sure that anyone that could factor in to a potential decision is there. I think I can squeeze you in at like 2:30 today. Does that work? Right? Because you're asking him what time he's available to go meet out at the property, but he doesn't even understand why he needs to do that or anything. He's really confused because he knows absolutely nothing and we're jumping steps a little bit.
Well, talk about making you an offer.
Right? So we didn't tell him, hey, in order for us to be able to make you an offer or to just see if we're the right fit or to see if we can even help you, we'd have to be able to meet you in person, look at the property, and go over those things.
Without seeing the house?
No, yeah, I would come to the location, the 1300 South Atlantic. We'd come to the location, look it over, sit down with you, and figure out what best works for both of us. If we come to an agreement, great. If not, then we'll wish each other well, no hard feelings.
Yeah, so again, this is sounding like there's a lot of sales pressure still here, right? Like the guy's probably thinking, oh gosh, I gotta invite this guy out. It's gonna be super awkward. He's gonna give me a number, and it's gonna be confrontational, and it's either gonna be a yes or no, and then, yeah, that doesn't sound appealing to me when I have 6 or 7 other realtors that I've talked to that have told me what they're gonna do and explained to me how many deals they do, and that I trust them, right? What we've done is we backed ourselves into a corner here that we're just going to come out, give a number of a cash deal, and then we can't help him in any other way. And that's why we're getting resistance to this appointment.
Okay. Well, I don't really have time today.
Okay.
And I'm not at the house currently.
Okay. What is a date and time that you could commit to comfortably?
I need to look at my calendar here and shuffle some stuff around. So I will have to call you back.
Okay. All right, Bolin, what I'll do, I'll shoot you a text from my cell number, right?
Bill, that's the perfect time to Jeremy Minor him, man. What have we been going over in the trainings? Oh gosh, call me back. I mean, I'd have to see if I'm even available in between all my other seller appointments. Gosh, because we buy 8 to 10 properties a month, so my schedule's pretty slammed. I mean, would something tomorrow at gosh, I think you said you had to reshuffle some things. I think I can reshuffle some things on my end. It'd have to be, boy, I think I could cancel that appointment to move you in to be priority around 3:30 tomorrow. Perfect opportunity to Jeremy Minor there.
Okay. It's out of state area code. It's a 760 area code. I'll shoot you a text, and then you can just respond to there, whatever date and time works for you. I'm normally booked up 2 or 3 days in advance. I did take today and tomorrow off, but since you called our TV hotline, I just said, hey, what the heck, let me go do it today, why not? But I will tell you this, Wednesday, does morning or afternoon typically work better for you, Bolin?
Afternoon.
Okay. I do have some time Wednesday afternoon around 3. I don't know if you could check your calendar right quick just to see if that works.
Like I said, I'm going to have to move some stuff around.
Okay. Okay, Bolin. In that case, I'll shoot you my information, shoot you my number, and I'll wait to hear back from you, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All right. Do we think that guy's actually going to get back to us? No. So a lot of good there. I'm being really hypercritical of this because this is the reason why we're not getting. That's the reason why we're not getting an appointment, is because the guy feels a ton of sales pressure that we didn't alleviate or disarm earlier in the conversation.